Chapter 6, Mishnah 6. Having mentioned the commandment to have children in the previous Mishnah, our Mishnah elaborates on this mitzvah. A person may not refrain from trying to fulfill the commandment of being fruitful and multiplying, i.e. having children, unless he already has children. Therefore, a man who has not yet fulfilled this mitzvah must marry a woman able to have children. The Mishnah discusses the number and type of children required to fulfill this mitzvah. Beis Shammai say he must father at least 2 males, but Beis Hillel say he must father a male and a female, as it is stated with regard to God's creation of mankind in Genesis chapter 5, verse 2, he created them male and female. Beis Hillel assume that man's mitzvah to have children and populate the world corresponds to God's original act of populating the world. Just as God created 1 male and 1 female, Adam and Eve, to inhabit the world, a man must also father 1 male and 1 female in order to fulfill the mitzvah of populating the world. Normally, we assume that a husband and wife are able to have children. However, when a couple are married for a certain amount of time and they have not had children, this indicates that they will likely never have children together. The Mishnah discusses what should be done. If a man married a woman and remained with her for 10 years and she did not have children, he is not permitted to refrain from fulfilling the mitzvah to have children. Since they have gone 10 years without having children, we assume they cannot have children together. Therefore, he must either divorce her and marry someone else, or marry another wife in addition to her. When he divorces her, she is permitted to marry another man, even if that person has not yet fulfilled the mitzvah to have children. We do not assume that the woman is barren after a decade of not having children with the first husband. Rather, we assume that she simply could not have children with her first husband. The second one, too, is permitted to remain with her for 10 years. The Mishnah elaborates on the 10-year limit for a wife without children. If she became pregnant and then miscarried, he counts the 10 years from the time she miscarried. Since she became pregnant, we see that as of that time they were able to have children together. Therefore, we count 10 years starting from when she miscarried. The Mishnah cites a dispute as to who is obligated in the mitzvah of procreation. A man is commanded to be fruitful and multiply, but not a woman. But Rav Yochanan ben Beroka says it is concerning both of them that the Torah says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, and God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply. Since God addresses both Adam and Eve, it is evident that both man and woman are obligated in this mitzvah.